What's up, YouTube? Chuka the Barber here. I got a new look transformation for y'all today. He had long hair, hadn't got cut in a long time, you know what I mean? So we wanted to give him a new look. So I trimmed the sides, kept the top, gave him some curls on the top because it was already curling up, and dropped it in the back, kind of like mohawk shape, and tapered him up. Kept the beard, and I think it was a transformation success. So let's get right to it. Shampooed his hair already, conditioned it with the Pro Rich collection, drying them off. This cut I used the Andis Masters, and I used the wall detailers, and of course with a modified blade on it that was modified with our 1 minute blade modifier. If you want your trimmers to hit harder, sharper, closer, and just overall have better performance, make sure to copy one. And I real briefly used these wall seniors with a number 6 just to remove the bulk, but making sure I'm keeping weight for the final style. Now I got a 3/8 on my Andis Masters. I'm just doing some more prep work, trimming up the hair, laying it down, making sure I got the outline, I got the shape of the look I'm trying to accomplish. 1/8 guard on, trimming up the taper area. Quick lineup. I want to see my taper coming together. This is the first time I cut him, so I definitely want to make sure I can gauge my taper and I can see it coming together as I blend them out. Got the flash comb, making sure I can see the details. And also, like with hair like his, often like when you trim it, you realize that there's different shades of his hair. Some are lighter, some are darker. So you definitely want to make sure you're very detailed with the blend. That way it actually looks blended. Because if you're not, then it's going to look like the blend has a bunch of light and dark spots in the transition. Now I got a 1/16 guard on. I'm just working out my blend. Now 1/4, and back to the 1/8, trimming around the hairline area, that way I could get a nice clean lineup. Also, so it doesn't pop out on the side right there, so it has a clean look. So now I'm doing some real fine detail work, getting out the dark spots. And as you can see when I'm zoomed in right here, like I was saying earlier about the light hairs and the dark hairs, the different shades of his hair color. And while I was cutting him, I noticed that the blonde hairs, the more like light ones, you damn near can't even see them. Like they damn near blend in with his complexion. So you'll be doing a lot of detail work with these fades, to get that transition. And also too, you also don't need to over blend these either. And that might sound like it doesn't make sense, but it does, because sometimes when you try to over blend these, you actually start having more problems. So even with this cut and his hair texture and shades, while I was cutting, I realized I don't need to overdo the blend. Blend it nice, clean. Have the transition, but don't try to make it so tight like I usually do, because is gonna give me complications because of the fact that, you know, he has those really light blonde hairs that almost seem not to even exist, and then you have the really dark hairs that just over dominate, you know, the blonde hairs. So you want to blend slow, and you also don't want to over blend or try to over blend. You know, pay attention to what the hair is doing, and then you gotta follow it. You can see here I blended half of the back taper, and then I'll blend the other half later. But cutting somebody for the first time and kind of giving it more that mohawk look in the back, like, you know, kind of coming down to a point in a way. It's not strong, but it's like there. I wanted to break the back in half and see it fully come together on one side. Now, same thing on the other side, same process. So with this lineup, I'm only doing a strong, solid lineup on the C cup down. Everything else above that C cup, I'm just cleaning it up and keeping it natural. Now I'm gonna blend out the back taper, and just like when I do my fades and blend half of the fade and then blend the other half, and while I'm blending the second half, I blend it all the way over into the first half. Same thing I'm doing here with the back taper. Make sure I go all the way into the other taper, the other half of the taper, so that the transition is consistent. And usually it's just like you just go halfway in there. Just go all the way, a little bit past halfway, and then it'll blend right in. So because the look we're keeping in the back, the long hair kind of comes down to a V shape. The higher I get in the taper, the more I'm going to bring it up on the sides. So right here, I'm going to bring this side up, but when I come down towards the middle of the taper, I come downward. You can see I'm down, but then I go up higher right here. And that just gives it that shape, gives it that look I'm trying to go for. Little shear work with the Hanzos. Now I'm just pulling out the curls. I want to see what's in there. I want to see how they fall naturally. So then I can remove what I need to remove and continue to work on getting the look I'm going for. Just cleaning up the hairline area a little bit, but not lining them up. Of course, like I said, we're just keeping it natural. Some initial razor work with the Rich Barber razor holder, and then I will follow up with the razor again after I put some enhancements in there. I'm doing some clipper over comb, making sure I don't dip into the hair, but I'm just pulling out what I want to trim and working on that look I'm going for. It's really important to have your systematic cutting method down. In my book, The Rich Barber Method, How to Attract Clients, Keep Them, and Charge More, I talk about having a process, a system that you can rely upon. Because just like with this cut, this is my first time cutting him. He had a head full of hair. I didn't know how his hair was going to react. I didn't know how it was going to fall in place. But at the same time, I still wasn't moving in the dark because I have a system I go by, right? I have a process I follow, the steps I follow. So you stand on your systematic cutting method. So make sure you got that down. Now for the enhancements, I got the Enhance Hold Spray, applying that to his hair right now. And then I'm grabbing the Enhance Hair Fibers, and I got the dark brown color. And I'm using the clear application card to apply that to his hair and his beard. Put it on the shape, it's bendable, flexible. Put it on the shape of the beard, apply the fibers. Now I'm hitting him a second time with the razor, and this time is really just to, get that sharpness, get that line of pop with the enhanced fibers in there. Now I got Dino the barber to come through, help me style it up a little bit. The top, we put the volumizing powder. In the sides, we use some pomade paste. And watch how Dino, works the top. Watch the finger work. And how he pulls out the curls in the back. Like I said, we left the weight. We hit it with a 6 at the beginning because we wanted to leave this weight on the sides. And then also too, it drops in the back like mohawk style. So watch what he does with the paste on the sides. He first styles the hair above the taper with his hands and fingers, but then he also uses a second technique where he uses a 1/8 clipper guard. So you'll see him do both. Combing the hair above the tapers on the sides forward, and the hair behind his ear, like in the back of his head towards the mohawk. He pulls that backwards. You see him doing the hair. That's why keeping that weight was so important at the beginning. Having your systematic cutting is so important. Having that vision of the outcome, the look you want at the beginning, and then going after that is so important. That's the final look. Straight new look transformation for the boy. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, subscribe, connect with me on Instagram. I'm out.
Look in the camera one more time.